can be tempting for us to see Jesus as a kind of a lone ranger figure, high and lifted up above everyone else, capable of just taking it all in his stride, needing nobody in his life. But no man is an island, and Jesus was a man. When he began his ministry, he gathered a group of people around him, the 12 disciples. And these men became more than just a little church group. They traveled together, they ate together, they slept in the same places, visited the same houses. They were a close-knit group. And Jesus knew each of them so well, we can only wonder at the conversations they must have had as they sat around and shared meals together and walked along. The Gospels record a few of them, but certainly not all. And you know what? It wasn't always smooth sailing for this group. They argued, they fought, they got mad at each other, they got irritated. Eventually one of them sold Jesus out and splintered the whole group for a while. How did Jesus stay loving towards this group of men? Well, Jesus' friend John described it this way. In the 13th chapter of his Gospel, he wrote, Jesus knew that the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. John 13, verse 1. And John goes on to tell the story of how Jesus shared a meal with these close friends of his, and then he knelt down, and with a basin of water and a towel around his waist, he washed their feet, even the very one who he knew was going to betray him. He loved them to the end. And you know, it was about a year ago that my best friend's father died. He was diagnosed with an aggressive cancer and spent his last days at home doing his woodworking, listening to the music he loved, spending time with his loved ones. And I sat with the family the day that he died, and we spoke about how meaningful it was for him to have his family around. When somebody is about to die, do you know what they usually say? They say, bring me my loved ones. I want to enjoy their company. The fights, the troubles, all the betrayals just seem silly in those moments. But the shared love between close family and friends makes for some special moments. Just before he died, Jesus himself gathered his loved ones around him, and he washed their feet. He was no lone ranger. He was a servant of those closest to him. And so, friends, how's it going with your loved ones? Do you need to reach out to one of them this day and love them like Jesus loved his closest people? If we are to love like Jesus loved, let's start at home with our precious family and the friends that mean something to us, and love them like Jesus did.